What is going on? John Christmas here for Ask the Instructor, Tampa School Real Estate. We just got this flag in. It's our new toy for the day here. But anyways, I'm John Christmas. This is Ask the Instructor. We're here every Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern time, to help you understand the technical side of the real estate industry. And what we're talking about today is something super important if you're trying to pass your exam, and that's studying. Specifically, we're going to be talking today about cram sessions. Now, you probably maybe have heard somebody maybe mention a cram, maybe talk about doing a cram, maybe doing a weekend class, something like that to study to get ready for your exam. And there's a lot of misconceptions and myths about these weekend or cram type of session, study group, whatever it is that you want to call it. And that's what we're talking about today. How to use one of these to your advantage. The downfalls that come with taking a cram class, but then how you could spin that to really get the best positive result out of a weekend cram class. So that's what we're talking about today, weekend classes. My name is John Christmas. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
You are watching Ask the Instructor. Absorb the knowledge. Become the expert.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Ask the Instructor, where this week it's a special episode because we're doing something we've never done before. We're going to be giving away our weekend prep recording. So we actually took this weekend prep class, and with the weekend prep class, we started this a couple years back, doing these little weekend cram sessions, and we normally do them about once a month or so, and we're running into selling out these weekend prep classes weeks in advance. And for weeks before these weekend prep classes, we'd have to tell people, no, you'd have to come to the next one. And so we set out to make this weekend prep class more accessible for everyone. So we're not limited just to how many people it is we could fit into a room. And there's a lot of advantage that come with this recording. And normally we sell this recording for $167. If you don't want to play the competition, if you don't want to enter to win, you could just go buy it at liveprepclass.com. Liveprepclass.com, you can go in there. It's $167 currently for that live prep class, for the recording, for 6 months access to that. Or we have the actual in-person classes as well. This weekend, I'm actually holding a weekend prep class live in person. Not only are we going to be live here in New Tampa, but we're going to be streaming worldwide, so you can purchase access to the live stream or the actual in-person class. If you want the in-person class, go to weekendprepclass.com. Or if you're just confused by all the options, call us up. We'll help you figure out the best option for you studying. That's 813-333-2676, 813-333-2676. We'll walk you through the best way it is that you should be studying based on what it is that you're doing. Now, with the weekend prep class, and again, like, comment, and share. Now, if you're not watching on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Tampa School. That's facebook.com/Tampa School. Like, comment, and share. Like, comment, and share this stream on Facebook. And before the end of the show today, we're going to be picking one lucky person who's going to win our $167 weekend prep recording package. Again, if you want to just go buy this, go to liveprepclass.com. It's $167. And you know, that might sound like a lot. It's more expensive than other study tools out there, but you will not regret it. You could speak to any of our past students that have used our study tools, and they work. They work, especially when you use them the way we tell you to use them. Now, here's the issue with cram sessions. And we'll just use that generic cram session type of thing, whether you're doing it, you know, in a weekend here with us or wherever it is that you're doing it. Maybe you're just studying on your own. You're just going like a solid weekend that you're just putting in time, or wherever it is that you're doing this. Here are some of the problems that occur with a cram session. So, number one, the number one problem with cram sessions is as quickly as you cram this in, it's going to just all fall out. It's like you're compressing a spring. It's like you're compressing a spring, and the more you compress that spring, the more it wants to just explode out. Now, look, there's a lot of people in real estate, and probably most realtors, I would say. I'd love to actually test some realtors. So any realtors out there that want to, come in and try out this theory, that want to come take a class, I don't know if we'll get anybody signed up for this. Not take the class, but just take the class exam and see how they do. Probably most realtors wouldn't pass that, because even when you're practicing real estate, you're not studying and reviewing this stuff every day like you would be for preparing for your exam. There's a lot of stuff you learn in this course that might come up at some point in your career, or maybe it never comes up in your career, but for whatever the reason is, and the FREC has their reasons why they test you on certain topics, that they want you to know that to be able to pass your exam. They want you, and when you pass your exam, even though you've studied and you know so much information, the Florida Real Estate Commission, their term for you is minimally competent. So you pass your state exam, you do all this studying, you're part of the 50% of the people that pass their state exam on the first try, and you're just minimally competent. And that minimal competence, again, the whole pre-licensing course and this examination process, it's all designed to make sure that you will not harm the public, or at least you know not how to harm the public, that the public is protected. And that's why they have this licensing process. They have this licensing process to make it so they could make sure that you at least know what the laws and rules are. So the number one problem is forgetting. Forgetting after the cram. So now how do you fix this? How do you get around this whole thing of, again, cramming this all into one weekend? So this kind of depends on where it is that you're at when you're taking your exam. If you're taking your exam tomorrow or in 2 days or 3 days, then yeah, the cram makes sense, because when you do it right before your exam, you have the smallest opportunity to forget this information. And what you want to do is study every day. Even if you're doing one of these cram sessions, don't rely just on that cram session. You want to, after you get through this cram, you want to make sure that you're not pouring out that information, that all this information you just crammed into your head over the weekend, that it doesn't go pouring out. And how do you do that? You use it. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. You don't use it, you lose it. And that's especially true with everything it is that you're cramming in when you cram it in one weekend. So that's the number one problem, for getting the information after the cram. Number two problem is, we'll call it this, expecting a miracle. Now, what do I mean when I say expecting a miracle? Well, expecting a miracle is that you going in, and let's say, and maybe you had found yourself in this boat. So when you take your pre-licensing course, your pre-licensing course completion is good for 2 years. And a lot of times we'll have people coming to us right as their course completion is about to expire, meaning that they took the course originally 2 years ago, and now here we are almost 2 years later, and they're saying, oh, hey, can I take this weekend class, and will that be enough? That's kind of expecting a miracle. 2 days of anything isn't going to change your life. It can make an impact. It'll definitely make you better prepared. But what I mean by this is the whole expecting a miracle is not studying before. By you not studying before a cram session, if that's the first thing you're doing, in that extreme example I just gave you of where you're waiting almost 2 years to be able to basically try to relearn this information, that's what you're doing. The more time that goes by between you taking your pre-licensing course and taking your exam, you're forgetting this information, and it's no longer just review. It's no longer refreshing on the information. It's relearning the information all over again. Learning it completely all over again. The longer that goes by from when you learn it to when you're being tested on it, again, there's more review required, and it might get to that point where you're relearning that concept. So not only do you want to make sure you don't forget the information after the cram session, because if you take a cram session and then 6 months go by and then you try to take your exam, that cram session probably did zero to help you prepare for your exam. And the whole point of this term cram is that you're cramming in, you're trying to brush up all the edges, put the finishing touches on you being prepared right up to the exam. So number 3 thing with this cram session, kind of what its purpose is to be confident and prepared. So that's really what this cram session is designed to do. It's not to relearn the information. If you go into one of these cram sessions expecting to learn the information the first time, you're going to feel like a firefighter standing there, that I'm standing there with a fire hose and I'm just blasting you in the face with information with this fire hose, because that's the rate at which this class goes. Because with this cram session, there's a limited amount of time. When you take out the breaks, it's about 14 hours of actual review, which that sounds like a ton of time, but we're condensing 63 hours worth of material down into just 2 days to 14 hours. So it's a lot to cram that all into just that little bit of time. And again, if you're not already doing some studying, if you haven't done some studying before, you're going to go into that weekend prep class and you're not going to feel confident after. You'll probably feel better, but you're still not going to be confident. So the best way to use this cram session is to do it right before your exam, to make sure that you're studying beforehand, that you're making a regular habit out of studying. You're not just trying to have a miracle, a one weekend fix for this year. It'll help you, but again, you're not going to feel confident if all you're doing is just that one weekend, because there's so much information. And that brings me on to number 4, the issue with cram sessions, is studying the right information. So what I like to point out with this is every chapter in the course, there's 19 units, 19 chapters, and each one of these 19 units have a different percentage that they are on your state exam. So for example, chapter 1, the real estate business, that's only 1% of your exam. Now, being that chapter's first, what I see a lot of people do is they'll start their studying with chapter 1. You know, you're maybe the type of person, if you're doing that likes to go up and down all the aisles at Publix. If you're the person that goes up and down all the aisles at Publix and you just weave your way through, rather than the person who's just trying to get in and get out, that goes straight to what they're looking for, straight to the produce section because you went there for produce and you get your produce and you leave, versus zigzagging up and down. Or maybe you're asking somebody. You're asking the person. Maybe it's a new Publix that you've never been to, and you ask them, you say, hey, where's the produce? Where are the oranges? I want to buy an orange. That's what having the right information is all about, that you could study these chapters based on how much they're going to be on your exam. That 1% chapter, there's 3 1% chapters. The real estate business, the real estate market, and planning and zoning. 3 chapters that make up just 1% each, so 3% total. 3 chapters, 3%, versus there's 2 chapters that are 12%. 2 chapters that are 12%. 2 chapters that make up a quarter of your exam versus 3 chapters that only make up 3%. Now, are you noticing how that's important to make sure that you've got the right information? Because if you spend all your time studying those 3 chapters that are only 3% versus spending time studying those 2 chapters that are 12% each, total of a quarter of your exam, which one is going to better prepare you? Well, if you spend the same amount of time studying those 12% chapters, you're likely to probably get most of those 24 questions out of those 2 chapters correct. Whereas if you spent all that time studying those 3 chapters that are just 1%, even if you get 100% on all 3 of those chapters, it's only 3 points. So you've got a long way to go then. It's all about structuring this to focus on which chapters are most important. So with our weekend prep class, the way it is we kind of get around this is we don't follow the order of the textbook or the order of your online course. We start off with Unit 5, which is the longest and the one of the highest percentages. So Unit 5, that's the brokerage activities, the stuff that talks about advertising and escrow and different brokerage type of business entities like the corporation, partnership, all that type of stuff. That chapter is 12% of your exam, and it's the longest chapter. And we start out with that one, so we eat the frog first. We get the biggest thing out of the way, so it's all downhill for the rest of the weekend after that. So again, getting down to studying the right information. But then on top of that, even in these individual chapters, you know, if you look at the book we use for our weekend prep class, the actual review portion of that book is about 140 pages. That 140-page book, you compare that to the 600-page textbook that we use in the actual class, we've trimmed out all the fat. Now, with our weekend prep class, Study tools are not required to be approved by the Florida Real Estate Commission. The Florida Real Estate Commission does not even approve. They don't even look at study tools because it's not a requirement to take these study tools. So the study tools, that could go one of two ways. One way it could go is the study tool it is that you're purchasing, whatever it might be, whatever it is that you're using to study, there's nobody fact-checking and verifying that that information is accurate. So how do you know what it is that you're studying is actually going to be good for your exam? And that's why it's really important to make sure that you're not wasting your time studying the wrong information. You know, we're experts at preparing people to pass the exam. We've been doing this since 2007. We do thousands of people a year. We help get their real estate license all over the state of Florida, all over the world. We've had people from China. Obviously, they have some business in Florida. They're coming to Florida, whatever the reason may be. But we've had somebody in China that's taken our online course in China to get their Florida real estate license. In Europe and Canada, from all over the world, we have people take our online course to get their real estate license. So we're not amateurs. We're not doing like a beta test. This is stuff that we've used over the years that's tried and true, that does work if you do it the way we tell you to use it. So again, you've got to get down to the right information, that it's current information, that it's up to date, that it's not outdated, and you're focusing on actual information that is testable on the exam. There's a lot of fat in the course. Things that the Florida Real Estate Commission requires us to teach you, but things we know aren't the most important for your exam. And even just getting down to which chapters are important. Yeah, there's a lot of great information in those 3%, in those three 1% chapters, but they're only 3% of the exam. So I would really put those at the bottom of the list if you spend any time studying them at all. So look, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but before we do, we're going to take a look at the comments here and see who we've got entered into our giveaway of the weekend prep recording. And if you want to enter for the weekend prep recording, we're giving away our weekend prep recording, 6 months access on demand. You could watch it from home, wherever, on your phone, on a tablet, on a computer, wherever it is that you are. 6 months you'll have access for it. It's normally $167. If you want to just go buy it right now, go to liveprepclass.com and you can go purchase that for $167. That includes the book. We'll ship it to you for free, or you can pay a little bit extra if you want like expedited, like overnight shipping to you, but we'll ship that book to you for free. You'll get not only access to the recording, but also if you want to watch the live stream of one of the actual sessions going on. We only do the actual sessions about once a month, but you'll also have 6 months access to watch those live streams as well. There's instructor support, because that's the one thing we get all the time. It's like, well, what if I have a question? And as you start to watch this weekend prep recording, you're going to realize there's not really questions at this point, because it's all review. This isn't learning the information, this is just reviewing the information. And so you're going to find, I was actually surprised when I originally started teaching these weekend prep classes of how little questions there actually are, because we're just going over, we're hitting on stuff that you might already know, but maybe you don't know it too well. And so we're just nailing that in, tightening it up to get it ready. So if you do want to enter to win, if you don't want to enter to win, you want to just buy it, liveprepclass.com, $167, or we're going to pick one lucky person today. But what you got to do is you got to go to facebook.com/Tampa School. You've got to be watching this on Facebook and like, comment, and share this live stream. Like, comment, and share this live stream. We're giving away our $167 recording of the weekend prep class. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Stick with us. I'm John Chrismore. You're watching Ask the Instructor. Are you ready to prep for your real estate exam? So your friends might have told you, hey, you need to go take one of these cram sessions, one of these weekend cram sessions, and I bet you I'm a big part of the reason why they're telling you to go take one of these cram sessions. My name's John Carissimo. I'm with the Tampa School of Real Estate, and I'm actually the original instructor of this weekend prep class. Back a few years ago, we started this weekend prep class with just a few students in the room, and it's become so successful that class after class after class, we're selling out this room of 50 plus people. And we sold out this last class weeks in advance. So we decided to open this up so you're able to tune in and watch the weekend prep class right from the comfort of your home. You're able to join in and see how things are broken down in a way that's visually memorable. There's all kinds of visuals and animations that I incorporate into this class. You're going to see me go through the math and break down how to solve the different types of math questions step by step. We're going to do little quizzes as we go through the different units so you're able to test your knowledge as we go along. Look, this is 14 hours across Saturday and Sunday. Thursday, and we're even doing a special Q&A session during the lunch hour. We do lunch at noon, and so if you have any questions while you're watching the stream, write those down. We'll be able to discuss those over the lunch hour. So sign up now, get enrolled. Our system could only hold a limited amount of people. Go and sign up now at liveprepclass.com. That's liveprepclass.com. Are you ready to prep for your real estate exam? So your friends might have told you, hey, you need to go take one of these. Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. I'm John Carissimo. This show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. This particular episode is brought to you by our weekend prep recording. You can get this at liveprepclass.com. And so let me tell you a little about the recording and how the recording solves all of these problems that we've got up here. So again, the problem with Cram Sessions is forgetting the information after you do the cram, not studying enough before you cram, not being confident, and then studying the right information. So these are major problems if you're doing, and I'm not going to single out any other places maybe or wherever it is that you might have tried to do some study stuff before, but we every day deal with people that are coming from other schools, coming from wherever it is. I've seen brokers offer like free study sessions, and brokers will sometimes offer a free study session because they're trying to recruit you to their brokerage, and they know that you've got to be licensed for them to be able to recruit you. So they'll sometimes teach like a little like study group type of thing. But again, getting back to this information here, that's not the same as our weekend prep class that people pay $147 to come sit in on person, or $167 for the recording access of that. And that's because we solve these problems here. So with the recording specifically, and this is something, honestly, in my opinion, this is more powerful than just going through a weekend here live in person. And I know you might be hesitant at first about the recorded version versus the actual in-class version, but with the recorded version, that solves these problems more than the actual in-class one really does. And again, we're giving away this recording. If you don't want to enter the giveaway, liveprepclass.com. It's $167. You can buy it. We'll ship you the book out for free, and you'll have 6 months access to the recording as well as our live streams that we have. But now, getting back to the recording and how it solves these problems. So number one, forgetting the information after the cram. So again, when you cram this all in one weekend in just 2 days, if you're taking your exam Monday, fantastic. Tuesday, still pretty good. Wednesday, you're starting to lose some of the stuff. Thursday, and every day that goes by after your cram session, you're forgetting this information. Now, what's essential is that you don't stop studying. Your studying does not stop until you pass your exam. That's the commitment you need to make. If you want to be able to pass your exam, is your studying does not stop until you pass your exam. And if you make a daily habit out of studying for the exam, you're going to be better prepared than anybody to pass. If you spend the same amount of time, so again, this weekend class is 14 hours. It's 16 hours total when you factor in the breaks, but you take out like the lunch breaks and whatnot. It's 14 hours of studying. And I guarantee you, somebody that studies an hour a day for 14 days will do better than somebody that studies 2 days straight for 14 hours. And the reason why is it's very overwhelming. Now, if you're already going into it doing some studying beforehand, and again, you're not expecting a miracle out of this, the actual in-person class works really well, especially if you're taking your exam right away. But here's why the recording's even better. You don't have to watch this nonstop for Saturday and Sunday. It's on demand. You have instant access. You could watch it any time of day, middle of the night, in the morning, in the afternoon, and you could watch the same sections again and again and again and again. So this helps you avoid forgetting the information because you're not looking for that miracle. You're not looking for that one-time fix. You're doing ongoing studying every single day, and this weekend prep recording gives you the opportunity to do that. Because you could turn me on. And so it's a recording of me in our main headquarter classroom here in New Tampa. It's a multi-camera recording with crystal clear audio. This isn't just some like webcam. If you watch like Ask the Instructor and anything it is that we do with multimedia here at Tampa School of Real Estate, we go above and beyond. We go over the top because we know that we've got to, add a little sizzle to everything it is that we do. Real estate law on its own isn't really that exciting. So There's not only the video, there's slides that I show on the screen, there's a digital whiteboard that I'm drawing on the screen. Like at the end of the class, the last about hour of the class, we're just going through and solving math problems, and you'll be able to see me writing right on the screen as we go through and solve this. And the great part about the recording is you could pause this. If you're sitting here in our classroom for the actual in-person class, there's no hitting pause. We do take a break every now and then, but they're very limited breaks because we have so much information to cover. You can't hit pause. Whereas at home on the recording, you could hit pause, you could hit rewind, you could skip ahead, you could fast forward. We've got it broken down by unit as well. So again, you could study the right information. So that's really the secrets to your success, to passing your exam on the first try is, again, you've got to make a habit out of studying every single day, so that way you don't forget the information after the cram, because at this point, you're not really cramming. You're taking this cram material and you're consistently going through it, so that way it really sinks in. It's not just hitting the surface level and then you're forgetting it because you crammed it in so fast, but you're able to do this every day. And again, you don't have to sit there for 7-8 hours a day going through this. You could spend an hour or 2 hours a day just watching little sections. Again, we've got it all broken down by section. And so that goes back to studying the right information. That's super important. You don't want to focus on those small chapters, those 1% chapters. Matter of fact, in the recording, there's some units I think we cover in like 5 minutes, if even that long, for those small chapters, when there's not a lot of information that's important for your exam. And then at the same time, we'll have those 12% chapters that I think are like the one on brokerage activities. I think it's almost 2 hours long. I think it's like an hour and 45 minutes going through that one unit. Maybe even 2 hours. I don't know the exact time off of my head of how long we've got that one down to, but it's really long. And then there's some other units like the property rights. That's a huge one. That's one I always see people, whenever they've sent in the result sheets from Pearson VUE to us, I always see property rights, that 8% chapter that deals with like the different types of estates and tenancies and concurrent ownership and all that type of stuff. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, I hate that chapter. Yeah, there's a lot of people that struggle with that chapter. So if you struggle with that chapter, you could go in and watch the review for just that chapter. And what's really great about this weekend prep class, so myself, I'm a very visual learner. I like visuals. I like being able to draw stuff out. I like to be able to draw it so that way you could really kind of see what it is that we're talking about here. So we've got a question here. So Sherry, if you have the in-class session, can you pay a little extra to access the recording? Absolutely, you can. Call our office, 813-333-2676. If you've already taken the weekend prep class, the actual in-person class, within the last year, if you've taken our weekend prep class within the last year, we'll give you a very, very good discount. I think it's like 70% off we give you if you've already taken the actual in-person class. So call our office, 813-333-2676, so you can unlock the unlimited access to watch this on demand whenever it is that you want. So call our office and we can get you set up with that on-demand recording of it there. So yeah, absolutely. And if you haven't done anything to study, this is a great thing to do. It's really our most comprehensive study tool. It is the most expensive study tool it is that we have, but that's because there's so much it is that you're getting. If you compare this weekend prep recording to our, let's say, MP3 audio review, our MP3 audio review is about 5 hours of just audio. Whereas this is 16 hours the full recording is, and we've got it also set up where if you want to watch the full Saturday or the full Sunday non-stop, you could do that. We've got right at the bottom of the list the full non-stop replay of an entire day. So if you want to watch it just like you're sitting through it, you could do that. And so on top of that, now you've got 16 hours of not just audio, not just me talking, but visuals. Even just me using my hands and the hand gestures and things it is that I'm doing with my hands helps in the communication. There's a lot of things that I do when I communicate that's not just my voice. It's the tone of my voice. It's my hand gestures. It's the visual elements that I'm incorporating, the PowerPoint slides, the tables, the charts, the handouts that you get. There's handouts that you get. There's practice questions that we do. There's so much in this weekend prep class. Again, it's our most comprehensive study tool. Now, again, if you're just doing this in the one day, or the 2 days, I should say, in one weekend, You've got to make sure you don't forget the stuff after the cram session. That's why we give you guys such a crazy discount on the recording if you've already taken the in-person class, so that way you could use that. Or maybe our question simulator, MP3, or the other study tools to be able to keep reviewing for your exam. And again, you also want to study before, because if you go in and try to do 16 hours straight of studying without doing any studying, you're going to be feeling really lost. Again, you're going to feel like there's a fire hose just shooting at your face with all this information, and you're just going to like fall over and like be twitching on the floor if you haven't done any studying before this. So this weekend prep recording gives you the opportunity to ease into this and go in there and just do the sections it is that you want to do, that you need the most help with. If you've studied if you've taken the exam before, you've got that result sheet from Pearson VUE, and that result sheet from Pearson VUE that says each chapter, how many questions you got right out of the total questions in that chapter. You could go into those same chapters where you missed the most amount of questions, so you could focus on what it is that you got wrong and what it is that you missed. This whole not being confident thing. So like I said, if you go into one of these weekend sessions, one of these weekend cram classes, not studying before, expecting a miracle out of it, you're going to feel better, you're going to feel more knowledgeable, but it's really going to also show you, I probably got to do some studying, I'm probably not ready. And not having that confidence is so detrimental to passing your exam. If you don't have confidence in your knowledge of the material, this exam is designed to make you second guess yourself, to make you think, is that really the answer? Is there some sort of trick? You know, most of the people here that work at Tampa School of Real Estate have their real estate license. I was just talking to somebody the other day who just got her license, and she was saying the first time she went in there to go take the exam, she was completely second-guessing herself. She wasn't confident at all, and she was just kind of thinking, no, it can't be that easy. Whereas the last time when she did pass her exam, she said she was much more confident going in there, which that happens naturally if you've taken the exam before. But on top of that, she did a lot more studying, and she kind of knew what areas it is she had to focus on, and she was able to go in there and successfully pass her exam. But that was a big part of that she was no longer second guessing herself, that she was confident in the answers it is that she was choosing. And so this recording gives you the opportunity to become confident in this material, because for 6 months, you could beat up that recording as much as you want. You could go in there and watch it every single day if you wanted to. Every single day, nonstop, for 24 hours a day, for 6 months, you could go in there and watch that recording as many times as you need to. And that's why this is so powerful. And if you still do have questions, we've got live chat support. You just hit that little chat icon right in there, and then you're able to chat in with us and get questions. So next question here, how in-depth is the math portion of the review? So with the math portion of the review, we spend probably about the last hour of the class going through and solving math questions. And we cover almost every type of math question that is covered in the course. And now it's not a whole weekend of just math, and it's proportional because the math is only 10% of the exam, so we spend about an hour going through it, which in the grand scheme of things is about accurate for how much time we should be spending over that whole weekend for it. Now we're actually coming out with another study tool called Master the Math. And if you're really looking to master the math, our course Master the Math, it's not released yet. We're putting the finishing touches on it. That's going to be your best study tool for the math. But the weekend prep recording does go through the math for about an hour, and we're solving it step by step. We're breaking down actual math questions, breaking them down of how to look at them, how to dissect them, how to solve them step by step. And so you'll see that, again, it's about the last hour of the recording. And if you're watching it with the recording, you can go in there and just go straight to that math section. So look, we're going to take another quick commercial break here, but again, we're giving away our weekend prep recording. If you wanted to go buy this, you could go buy this now. If you don't want to participate in the giveaway, that's fine. I don't care. You could go buy it, give us money. That's good too. Go to liveprepclass.com. It's $167. And I guarantee you that $167, it might feel like a lot of money up front, but then once you go through it, you're going to say, wow, this is worth it. I feel really prepared for the exam. And we're giving that away today. We're giving that away to one lucky person. You've got to like, comment, and share on our Facebook post, on this Facebook live stream. So go facebook.com/Tampa School. Just search for Tampa School of Real Estate on Facebook. Like, comment, and share this live stream, and you're going to be entered to win this weekend prep recording. And for everybody watching, because we are only going to pick one winner today, but for everybody watching that has commented, that liked, commented, and shared, that did participate in the giveaway, we're going to give you a extra special discount that nobody else gets, and we'll direct message that to you. But you gotta comment, like, comment, and share. You gotta enter the competition. You gotta enter the giveaway if you want to also get that discount. And that you're guaranteed. We're guaranteed we're going to give you a discount on it if you like, comment, and share on this, but we will pick one lucky person who will win the weekend prep class recording. We're going to take a quick commercial break with us. Stick with us. You got to be on the stream. You got to be watching the stream to win, so don't go anywhere. Like, comment, and share. We're going to be picking the winner soon. I'm John Chrismo. You're watching Ask the Instructor. Cram Sessions, one of these weekend cram sessions, and I bet you I'm a big part of the reason why they're telling you to go take one of these cram sessions. My name's John Carissimo. I'm with the Tampa School of Real Estate, and I'm actually the original instructor of this weekend prep class. Back a few years ago, we started this weekend prep class with just a few students in the room, and it's become so successful that class after class after class, we're selling out this room of 50 plus people. And we sold out this last class weeks in advance. So we decided to open this up so you're able to tune in and watch the weekend prep class right from the comfort of your home. You're able to join in and see how things are broken down in a way that's visually memorable. There's all kinds of visuals and animations that I incorporate into this class. You're going to see me go through the math and break down how to solve the different types of math questions step by step. We're going to do little quizzes as we go through the different units so you're able to test your knowledge as we go along. Look, this is 14 hours across Saturday and Sunday, and we're even doing a special Q&A session during the lunch hour. We do lunch at noon, and so if you have any questions while you're watching the stream, write those down. We'll be able to discuss those over the lunch hour. So sign up now, get enrolled. Our system could only hold a limited amount of people. Go and sign up now at liveprepclass.com. That's liveprepclass.com. Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. Very special episode of Ask the Instructor, brought to you not only by Tampa School of Real Estate, but by our weekend prep class recording. You can get that at liveprepclass.com. It's $167. You get 6 months access to not just the recording, but also you could watch these streams live as they happen for our actual live classes. We send you out our exam manual book as well for free. We'll ship that to you, or if you want to stop into our office here, come see us and pick it up, that's fine as well. If you've already taken the weekend prep class in person before, we've got a really great discount for you. You got to call our office 813-333-2676 to be able to get that 813-333-2676. If you've taken our weekend prep class in the last year, we can get you a very special discount on that. But everybody that's liking, commenting, and sharing, entering the competition to win the weekend prep recording. We're giving that away today. $167 course. If you want to go buy it, we're giving that away to one lucky person today. You've got to like, comment, and share on Facebook. And we see a lot of people liking and commenting, but make sure you share this as well. Make sure you hit the share, because that's the third requirement. Like, comment, and share. Not or, and, if you want to win this. So if you haven't shared it yet, we're still putting names in the box here. So get that in, because we're going to be picking the winner in just a minute here, and stay on here so that way you don't miss the giveaway. What I want to do, though, is answer some of these questions that we're getting on here. So first question it is, while this refreshes here. Yeah, so we've got, it's hard not to get discouraged when you don't pass and have to keep taking it over and over and over again. So that's coming from Des. And look, we feel for that. And there's nothing worse of a feeling for us than when somebody gives up on this dream that they embarked on. And it happens. We have people that come take our class that never even go to take their state exam for whatever the reason might be. And it's understandable what their reasons might be that they don't take the exam. And even just taking this class, this pre-licensing class to get your real estate license, you're really going to be better off for just your own endeavors for when you're buying real estate yourself. Just taking the class, even if you don't actually get the license, but you've already put in the work to take the class. Why not put in that little extra to be able to get to get your license by passing that state exam? But again, it's a tough exam. The pass rate statewide is 50%. It's a 50% pass rate on the state exam for people that take it on the first time. And for repeat test takers, people that are taking it the second plus time, it's only a 33% pass rate for people taking it on repeat attempts. So it's a tough exam. And if you don't study for this exam, I can pretty much guarantee you're not going to pass the exam. But if you do study, you don't have to be smart. This is not a test of your intelligence. And that's what we've constantly got to remind people. It's not a test of how smart you are. We've had people with master's degrees not pass this exam, because again, it's not a test of how smart you are, it's a test of, do you know the information from the course? Do you know the information the Florida Real Estate Commission wants you to know? And are you confident in that information? Because if you're not confident in that information, you're going to fall victim to the tricks and traps that they put in this exam, because again, they want to weed out the people who actually know this information from the people that are just trying to fake it till they make it. Again, we're doing a giveaway of our weekend prep class recording. If you're just tuning in, stay on the stream here. You've got to be watching this to be able to win, and you also got to like, comment, and share on our Facebook post. Search for Tampa School of Real Estate on Facebook, like, comment, and share this video, and you're going to enter to win. We're giving away that weekend prep recording for that's normally $167. A couple other comments here. The math, yeah. Look, the math is tough. That's why we're actually building a dedicated math course that is going to be the most in-depth review for math that is available on the market. There's no study tool like this that's going to prepare people for math like this one that we're building right now. Very interactive, very step-by-step, piece by piece. So even if you've never done math before, you're going to be able to become an expert at the math going through this Master the Math course. So it's really intense. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. That is not a weekend prep class recording, but we still do cover the math in our weekend prep class recording. We cover the math for about an hour of breaking down the most common questions that you see on your exam. From the math that we do property taxes, for calculating taxes due, for calculating tax savings, for special assessments, for transfer taxes. We've got a nice little handout that you're going to fill out about filling out basically what tax applies when. For the transfer taxes, that's your stamp tax on the deed, the stamp on the note, the intangible tax. We cover that. We cover the IRS useful life. We cover the cost approach. We cover income capitalization, where you're doing potential gross, effective gross, and net operating income, and the IRV triangle. We go through all of that, so you will get that math covered in that weekend prep class. And again, with the recording, the benefit of it is that if something doesn't make sense to you, you could pause it, you could rewind it, you could replay it. If you've really got another question that's not answering, you could chat with us. You could use the chat and chat with an actual certified instructor. Myself or one of the other instructors here will help you out in understanding that stuff here. If you're buying into our study tools, we want you to succeed. We want you to succeed anyways, but we know you'll have the tools you need for success when you have our study tools here. So, Len, Tampa School Real Estate rocks. Thank you so much for that. We try here. We try to be exceptional in everything it is that we do. Des, I'm not giving up. I'm determined. That's what's so important. You cannot give up on this. It's really discouraging when you don't pass that exam on your first try, or if you've taken it 3 or 4 times. It's discouraging to have to take the exam again and again and again and again and again. And yeah, it's only $36. It's usually not the money, because it's only $36 to take the state exam again. But it's the frustration. It's the time you have to keep putting into this and keep spending, and the stress and the anxiety that you're getting from having to take this exam again and again and again, and also to feel like you're not making progress. That's so discouraging. I completely understand. If you took the exam and then you went down in your score, how do you feel good about that when you went down? When you didn't do better, you did worse when you took it again. And look, there's reasons for that. There's reasons for that if you take the exam and you don't pass it, and then you take it again and you also don't pass it, but you score lower, that's because they pull from thousands of questions for this exam. They pull from thousands of questions, and you might just have gotten a set of questions that you were slightly more familiar with that first time you took it. Luck has a little bit to do with this. The more you study, the less luck has to do with this. The more it is you study and prepare, the less luck matters. But if you haven't been studying, if you haven't been preparing, you really got to rely on luck, which that's not too reliable here. A couple other questions here. I know we got questions about the math. How in depth is the math portion of the review? Yeah, so the math portion of it, like I said, it's about at least an hour. There's actually a couple other portions, like the appraisal chapter. There's a lot of math in that appraisal chapter for handling comparable sales, for handling the income approach with the income capitalization and the different types of income, and figuring out the value based on the income of the property. We do a bunch of math in that chapter. So it's actually over an hour when you look at it from, especially including that section that's got a bunch of math in it too here. And And of course, this is freezing up on me, but look, if you haven't entered to win, we're going to give you one last chance to like, comment, and share. One last chance to like, comment, and share. We're about to pick the winner of this weekend prep class recording. It's normally $167. If you want to buy it at liveprepclass.com, it's $167 just for liking, commenting, and sharing. As long as you participated in the giveaway, we're going to give you an extra special discount. And on top of that, just thinking of this off the cuff, but we want to help you guys out. On top of that discount, we're going to direct message you a link to get that discount that'll expire at midnight. We're going to throw in our Secrets of the Real Estate Exam course. This is another course that we developed, and the recording does have about an hour's worth of exam strategy at the beginning, but that Secrets of the Real Estate Exam gets even more in depth in the strategies for preparing for your exam. So the winner will throw in that Secrets of the Exam. We're going to throw in Secrets of the Exam to the winner today, and we're also going to include that with the special price it is that we send out to all of you guys that have liked, commented, and shared. So we got the box here. Let me see the box. Here's the box right here. We've got names in it. We're going to take one more commercial break, but when we come back, you hear those flapping around in there? We've got names in here. If you've liked, commented, and shared, your name is in here. We're going to pick a winner. We'll give you one last chance. Like, comment, and share on Facebook. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're choosing a winner of the Weekend Prep recording. Are you ready to prep for your real estate exam? So your friends might have told you, hey, you need to go take one of these cram sessions, one of these weekend cram sessions, and I bet you I'm a big part of the reason why they're telling you to go take one of these cram sessions. My name's John Carissimo. I'm with the Tampa School of Real Estate, and I'm actually the original instructor of this weekend prep class. Back a few years ago, we started this weekend prep class with just a few students in the room, and it's become so successful that class after class after class, we're selling out this room of 50 plus people. And we sold out this last class weeks in advance. So we decided to open this up so you're able to tune in and watch the weekend prep class right from the comfort of your home. You're able to join in and see how things are broken down in a way that's visually memorable. There's all kinds of visuals and animations that I incorporate into this class. You're going to see me go through the math and break down how to solve the different types of math questions step by step. We're going to do little quizzes as we go through the different units so you're able to test your knowledge as we go along. Look, this is 14 hours across Saturday and Sunday, and we're even doing a special Q&A session during the lunch hour. We do lunch at noon, and so if you have any questions while you're watching the stream, write those down. We'll be able to discuss those over the lunch hour. So sign up now, get enrolled. Our system could only hold a limited amount of people. Go and sign up now at liveprepclass.com. That's liveprepclass.com. Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. A very special episode of Ask the Instructor, not only brought to you by Tampa School of Real Estate, but brought to you specifically by our weekend prep recording. We're giving it away today. It's normally $167. You can buy it at liveprepclass.com, but if you've liked, commented, and shared, if you just entered this giveaway to win it for the $167, we're going to give you a special discount and not only give you the weekend prep recording, we're also going to throw in our Secrets of the Real Estate Exam. So you're getting the weekend prep recording, that's $167. You're getting the Secrets of the Real Estate Exam, that's $47. You're getting access to watch the live streams as these classes occur live, and we're also going to ship you out the exam manual book for free with this as well. So I don't even know what this all adds up to if you were to buy this all separately, but it's $167 just for the recording itself, $47 for Secrets of the Exam, $25 for that exam manual. So some lucky winner, and we got a couple more here, so we got a couple more we're throwing in there. We've got the names in the box. We're about to pick a winner of the weekend prep recording. And even if you don't win, we're going to direct message you on Facebook. Remember, you had to like, comment, and share this on Facebook. We're going to direct message you a special link that's going to give you an extra special discount with the recording, with the Secrets of the Exam, with free shipping of that exam manual book. We're going to give that to you all, but you've got to purchase that by midnight if we gave you that special link. So make sure you've commented that. We'll message that to you directly, and you can purchase that by midnight to get that special discount. But what do you say? Should we pick a winner? Oh, we're losing some names here. Losing some names. We'll throw those back in there. Don't want anybody to miss out on this here. We've got a whole box full of people here shaking this thing up. Who's it gonna be? Let's get in there. And the winner of the weekend prep recording is Sherry Snyder. Sherry Snyder, you have won the weekend prep recording. So you've got that. We'll send you the secrets of the real estate exam. Now, again, if you didn't win, so if you're not sure, congratulations to Sherry. Get in there. You got 6 months access to that recording. Just call us up. We'll get you set up to that. It's 813-333-2676. Sherry Snyder, congratulations. Everybody else that liked, commented, and shared, check your Facebook messages. We're going to direct message you a special link just for you for entering this competition that's going to get you a special discount on just on what we just gave away, the weekend prep recording, the secrets of the exam manual. We'll give you a special discount. Watch your messages on Facebook for that. We'll send that to you. That's all the time we've got for today. If you're watching this later and you want to get that prep recording, I guarantee you're not going to regret it. Go to liveprepclass.com. It's extremely valuable. It's extremely useful if you're preparing for your exam. This is the most powerful study tool, the most comprehensive study tool it is that we have. We've got practice questions in it. We've got handouts in it. We've got key point review. We've got exam strategies. We cover math. That's all at liveprepclass.com. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Congratulations to Sherry. Thank you guys. We'll be back on Friday for State of Real Estate. So make sure you're here on Friday for State of Real Estate to find out how to make some money with your real estate license. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you Friday. Are you ready to prep for your real estate exam? So your friends might have told you, hey, you need to go take one of these cram sessions, one of these weekend cram sessions, and I bet you I'm a big part of the reason why they're telling you to go take one of these cram sessions. My name's John Carissimo. I'm with the Tampa School of Real Estate, and I'm actually the original instructor of this weekend prep class. Back a few years ago, we started this weekend prep class with just a few students in the room, and it's become so successful that class after class after class, we're selling out this room of 50 plus people. And we sold out this last class weeks in advance. So we decided to open this up so you're able to tune in and watch the weekend prep class right from the comfort of your home. You're able to join in and see how things are broken down in a way that's visually memorable. There's all kinds of visuals and animations that I incorporate into this class. You're going to see me go through the math and break down how to solve the different types of math questions step by step. We're going to do little quizzes as we go through the different units so you're able to test your knowledge as we go along. Look, this is 14 hours across Saturday and Sunday, and we're even doing a special Q&A session during the lunch hour. We do lunch at noon, and so if you have any questions while you're watching the stream, write those down. We'll be able to discuss those over the lunch hour. So sign up now, get enrolled. Our system could only hold a limited amount of people. Go and sign up now at liveprepclass.com. That's liveprepclass.com.